What is going on, tribe, and welcome back to another Galaxy of Heroes video with me, your bald-headed boy Scribble, Lord Vader. Lord Vader has been a bit of a sticky situation in terms of Galactic Legends ever since his release. At first he came out and he had Maul, and people were like, what the hell is Maul doing with Lord Vader? When did these two have any sort of interaction? And now we look, CG is releasing Darkside Clone Troopers, which thematically feels perfect, even if the choices of these Darkside Clone Troopers are maybe not 100% there. However, the question we got to ask ourselves now is, has the position on Lord Vader changed? And should we now be prioritizing trying to unlock Lord Vader? Let's talk about it. Lord Vader, ladies and gentlemen, I know he's been a bit of a flip-flop GL. You know, sometimes there's a reason we call him Lord Failure, alright? Because he just got countered by so many different teams at such an alarming rate. And as soon as you took away Maul from him, he just turned some water, really. It was just kind of pathetic. It was like, this guy literally doesn't do anything unless you happen to throw a bunch of incredibly powerful Darkside Alliance Force users in that team. Throwing in things like Malicos and Starkiller and more. Not one of them, just all three of them have like 1,700 Omicrons on this one team in the hopes of it getting a hold in GAC. Now we are at a bit of a turning point. We are getting Darkside clones, 4 of them, a full team to support Lord Vader that is supposedly going to lift him to reaches of which we have not seen before in the past. The big problem that still remains with Lord Vader, unfortunately, is that this individual, this gentleman, this chosen one, his requirements are still very, very expensive in terms of Chirotech and Relic investment. Now, he has been dethroned, as it were, in terms of, is he the most expensive GL to unlock? No, GL Ahsoka Tano decided to come in and take that prize off him and is proving to be probably a little bit more effective than him in terms of PvP and PvE application. But still, he's very expensive. Now, fortunately, if anybody did happen to pick up the Bad Batch Lightspeed bundle that was in the game not so long ago, you would have gotten yourself a massive head start in terms of what you need to unlock Lord Vader. Typically, you only need about 4 of them. You don't need to gear up Omega in order to unlock Lord Vader, but Relic 5 on all of those characters is still like 1,600 Chirotech. It is a hefty Chirotech lump. Now the rest, let's take a look at them individually. Tusken Raider, pretty decent. Relic 5 these days, actually not a bad investment. Tusken Raider's 3v3 Omicron is actually pretty good, and it has now hit a discounted value, okay? It's only 10 Omicrons to get that. I'm going to do a separate video on the 5v5 and 3v3 exclusive Omicrons, and we're going to go through and give those Omicrons a rating and whether or not you should now be purchasing them. Let me know down below in the comment section if that is a video you would like to see, because I've already got it rattling around this noggin of mine. Padme Amidala, as funny as this one sounds, this is it's a bit trash, guys. Let's be honest. Padme doesn't really get used. I was always hoping that they would release her ship as a lifter for Galactic Republic fleets. I thought that would be a great idea, but her team has just been taken. It's just been taken apart. She's lost everybody. You know, Jedi Knight Anakin now goes with Qui-Gon Jinn, for example, or go with a Keller and Beck team. You know, GK, Snips, these guys go with JMK. So she doesn't really have a team anymore. She doesn't have a ship anymore. You can maybe do some fun stuff in 3v3 with Padme and Gideon to make a Gidme team to take out some niche teams, but realistically, Padme still kind of sucks, guys. I'm still hopeful. Thank you, Robbie. I'm hopeful that there is going to be a rework or a relook at the Padme team to make it just a little bit more accessible to people in the end game. So let's keep going. Embo, fantastic unit. Fantastic unit. Embo's got a great Territory War Omicron and fits nicely as the 5th in a Jabba the Hutt team. Jabba the Hutt has got amazing application everywhere in the game. All game modes. So huge win there. Echo, 501st, huge value. The 501st, Gas 501st team has never really dropped off. It is a great team. It can still beat some GLs in some circumstances, and when it comes to 5v5, when we're taking on B tier teams, an Echo is going to be great. Bad Batch Echo, once again, if you've got that Bad Batch Lightspeed bundle, you are already set and sorted. Otherwise, they're not too bad these days with the Marauder in general. The Galactic Republic fleets, both Mace and Negotiator under General Kenobi, have both got massive application now with the Marauder ship. That thing can take out Executors. Love it, so absolutely no problems investing in the Bad Batch there. Count Dooku, this is, I mean, let's be honest, it's trash, okay? Now, Trench is okay. Okay is about the highest compliment that I can give Trench. However, he does have a Datacron at the minute. It is going to give him a little bit more application, but long term, yeah, this one's kind of a booby trap. Relic 8 on Count Dooku is not that great. Not that great at all. Zam Wessel, same. She has got an Omicron in GAC, and there was a time when it was a very, very good Omicron. Now it's a very mediocre Omicron that sees no real use. Maybe in the early game there can be some finagling shenanigans that you can get away with by massively enhancing the stats of your bounty hunters, but typically speaking, the age of bounty hunters in GAC has kind of dropped off. Maybe we'll see a resurgence, but right now Relic 7 Zam Wessel is a bit trash. BTLB Y-Wing, nothing wrong with that. You don't need any relic levels here. It's just stars. Absolutely go for it. It fits nicely into the Negotiator fleet. It's a staple, guys. It's a staple. Grand Moff Tarkin, and this is where it gets interesting. With the new Dark Side clone troopers that we are getting, both CX2 and Apo we've had so far, but also Disguised Clone Trooper and Scorch that we're getting in the next couple of weeks. These guys are going to be able to have a leadership under Grand Moff Tarkin, and I think, personally, he's still going to lead Disguised Clone Trooper and Scorch in 3v3. So I think right now we are going to see a resurgence in the use of Grand Moff Tarkin. We haven't seen what his rework entails just yet, but I think it's going to be good. I think it's going to be pretty solid. He's probably going to get a 3v3 Omicron. I reckon he'll get a 3v3 leadership Omicron for Darkside Clone Troopers. So this one over here, apart from the fact that he does lead the Executrix, and the Executrix is a decent capital ship, I think Grand Moff Tarkin is a solid bet, and he's going to be used in the upcoming Nightfall raid, so there are no wrong answers here. Get Grand Moff Tarkin. Arc Trooper, we've already spoken about Gas 501st. Sure, you probably wouldn't want to hit Relic 8 on Arc Trooper in a normal environment, but, you know, it's not bad having high Relic Gas. They can really be scary, and they will pinch banners if you put them on defense as well. General Skywalker to Relic 8, you're laughing, boys. You're laughing. It's a great investment. And Newt Gunray, finding now he is used in the current raid, and you can get a, well, as high as you want to go. I personally get 1.8 million with a Newt, Sidious, and Darth Maul setup in the raid. Got plenty of videos about that. Go ahead and check out my playlist for the Battle of Naboo raid. However, this is going to drop off soon. We know that this is on a time limit, maybe 2-3 months before the Battle for Naboo disappears. After that, nobody's going to run that anymore. They will have been fed up to the back teeth of that raid, of those goddamn droidicas. Am I right? So, Newt Gunray, yes, he does fit in. He can work in a GG team. He can also work in a Trench team. But let's be honest, Trench has never really got the ball rolling. It's decent, not phenomenal. All right? So I get it, the requirements here are pretty steep, are pretty heavy, and Lord Vader currently doesn't do a whole lot. But I do feel that when the new Darkside Clone Troopers have dropped, well, let's go ahead and just check out Clone Troopers right now. You can see we've got CX2 over here. Let's actually just favorite Apo. Yes, I did take him to Relic 9. I will be Relic 9ing all of my Darkside clones. I think that once these guys are out, it's going to be a whole new meta. What was it like when Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson was really trying to pimp the hell out of Black Adam? He was like, the balance of power has been disrupted. It's going to be like that, but something's actually going to happen as opposed to a flop film. I love The Rock. I'm sorry, bro, but that didn't pan out. That didn't pan out. I think you got cut off at the knees there, brother. All right, let's have a sip of tea because I am, after all, both bald and British. Yeah, these clone troopers, I think, are going to absolutely change the narrative over here. Apo already, yeah, Relic 9, no mods, that's how I roll. Apo already is bringing in what we can begin to see, the seeds of how this team is going to work. Whilst he's alive and you're not facing off against other galactic legends, you can't kill Apo until Lord Vader's dead. So that completely shuts out immediately Fennec and Boba Fett's Sign of Django, even with their FDC datachron. Ain't gonna work, Captain, because you're gonna have to take out Lord Vader first, and Lord Vader's just gonna crush you into the ground, quite literally, figuratively and literally. We're seeing some nice shenanigans with CX2. CX2 is going to be stealthing all the time. So if you want to be able to hit him, even if he's not stealthed, he is untargetable, I believe, whilst the clone troopers are up, whilst Lord Vader is up. So this guy is going to be dealing some good damage. He's going to be providing additional buffs. He's going to be putting out additional damage over time, which is going to let you get that Order 66 debuff. That Order 66 debuff is huge. Buff immunity and prevents revives on those characters. Going to be very, very important. He just places out so many additional dots that's going to make it real easy for Apo then to use that second special, get Order 66 all over the place, all over your face. Order 66 is going to be great. I got very lucky and managed to unlock CX2 early thanks to the Nightfall era battle. That will be coming back in another week now, guys. So I believe it's next Tuesday that's coming out. Get ready to earn some additional shards there. We're going to see just how good CX2 is in supporting that role. I think we'll be able to get some of the extra higher tiers done. Maybe, if we're very lucky, we'll get tier 6 done and start earning some real top tier rewards. I cannot wait for this team to be complete, and I cannot wait to see what this guy's Clone Trooper brings and what Scorch brings to the table. I think it really is going to change things up. It's going to mess the meta up, and Lord Vader is finally going to take his place as the king of PvP, maybe. Either way, I think now is definitely the time to be farming up Lord Vader. Apart from the fact that we are getting the new clone troopers, you have to think about the fact that the new clone troopers are going to be pivotal, probably the focused faction for the Nightfall era raid, which is coming in about 2 months' time, 2-3 months' time. So the sooner you guys get started on this, the sooner you don't need Lord Vader for that, but these clones are going to support Lord Vader. That's the kind of connection I'm trying to make there. The sooner you guys can benefit from the raids, the better off you will be. I implore you, focus on raid teams. It will help you out in the long run. Better than TB, better than GAC. The only thing that's better than focusing on raids is probably focusing on fleet. But if you're already hitting first in fleet arena, raids is your path to greatness. Well, I mean that and watching my YouTube videos clearly, right? All right, ladies and gentlemen, please do leave me a like and give me a comment in the comment section down below. I will be doing roster reviews on the stream tonight. Swing around if you fancy having a roster review. And peace out. And may the Force be with you.